This is Talk 23. Don't look back on the past. A lot of people, we all look back and are always focused on the past. And when we're always focused on the past, we worry so much about the past that we're not able to think about the future and live in the present. We can't live in the past. When you're living the past all the time, you're not living life, because the truth is the past happened already. You can't go back to the past. You can't time travel to the past. You need to either live in the present or look in the future. Once something happens, forget about it. It's done. Okay? And if you're thinking in the past because you're overthinking about something like an interaction, I would just say don't think about it anymore. You know why? Because we live 80 years on this earth if we're lucky. Do you really want to be stuck on a moment from when you're 15 years old thinking about an interaction with someone or a little mishap or something? No, don't. It's so pointless to think about, and it ruins us. Thinking about the past is gonna ruin us. It's not a good way to live, I promise you. When you're living in the present, you're really experiencing life, and you're making memories for the future. And when you look in the future, you can kind of envision of what yourself's gonna look like. You know what I'm saying? So don't even worry about the past. Worry about the present and the future, because the only thing that matters from right now is the future and the present. Because you can't change the past, but you can determine your future. So I'll let that sink in. You can determine your future, but you can't change your past. And I would say how I got over just always stuck on the past is I talked about this in one of my videos. Don't care about every little detail. And hey, that's the truth. Don't worry about every detail in your life. Don't worry about every situation. Don't care about everything, because a lot of people we care about too much. I'm not saying don't care about your family, or don't care about little things that we shouldn't put our minds to that just don't matter. Because once we learn to stop caring about those things, we finally find the maturity to move on from the past and focus on the future. And you might like thinking about the past, think about good times, which that's good, but try to create new good times. Try to create other things, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what life's about, you know what I'm saying? And if you're not doing that, you're really not living your life. You're in a simulation. And it's just, do you really want to live your whole life thinking about the past? Thinking about one little thing, stressing yourself out, being miserable? No, you don't. No one does. It's easier said than done to stop thinking about the past, but I'm telling you, if you learn to stop caring about things and just live your life, I promise you, you're gonna feel so much better. And once you stop just thinking about over every interaction, just everything, you're gonna feel better. You really do start to feel better when you just you stop caring. And I'm not saying don't care about anything, don't care, obviously care about the things that are important. But when things aren't important in life, don't pay attention to it. You don't need to focus all your brain power and all your heart into one thing. You can think, think about the future. Think about how good your life will be in the future if you start the grind, you start working out, you start making money. Think about those things. Okay? That's talk 23. Stop thinking in the past.